many of you willingly admit that you spend too much time on your cell phones? Or how many of you have been told by someone else that you spend too much time on your phone? Okay, well, as college students, myself included, I know how important it is to stay connected with our friends and social media through our cell phones. But although cell phones can be useful, they can also cause physical, mental, and social issues, which is why their use should be limited. According to the Federal Communications Committee, we should stay 20 centimeters away from our cell phone because they have the potential to leak radiation. Most of us forget or don't realize how harmful radiation really is because it can cause cancer and other serious health-related problems. Dr. Richard Brown, an orthopedic hand surgeon, has noticed an increase in the number of patients with tender or sore thumb and finger regions due to texting and holding their phone. And this is a problem because it causes inflammation, and over time that can lead to osteoarthritis, which is very painful. The Spine Health Institute has come up with a term called text neck to describe the pain and swelling in our neck when we look down at our cell phones too often. This pain can be nagging and become chronic, or you can have sharp and severe muscle spasms. Neither are fun. Over time, you can pinch your cervical nerve, which is the nerve that helps you hold up your head. So in the event that that happens, you would have serious pain and potentially neurological problems. There are numerous physical health issues related to cell phones, but they also affect our mental health. Have you ever felt or heard your phone vibrate when it really didn't? Because I know that's happened to me. And that is called a phantom vibration, according to ABC News. And it's the result of us being addicted to our cell phones and constantly wanting that notification. Too many notifications can cause anxiety and stress. We feel like we have so much to do. Whereas on the other hand, if we have no notifications, we may feel lonely, and it can even be linked to depression over time. When you're getting a lot of likes on Instagram, it might temporarily boost your confidence, but cause you to neglect your real problems when you get absorbed in social media. Social media also presents unrealistic goals and ideals that can affect your confidence as well. Overall, this leads to increased narcissism and makes it harder for us to relate to others around us. The social problems are numerous as well. Livestrong, a health and lifestyle journal, has attributed cell phones with unnecessary miscommunication and conflict. We are afraid of face-to-face communication, and it's harder for us to relate to each other and have a real conversation in person anymore. A journal by Elon University found that 60% of people stay on their phones when surrounded by others. So instead of engaging with each other, we're engaged with our cell phones. This can be seen in our own classroom when before class starts, we're all on our phones instead of talking to each other. Another social problem is cyberbullying. Cell phones make it much easier for kids to take part in cyberbullying, and it's much easier to type a mean comment online than to say it to someone's face. Kids who are cyberbullied are 9 times more likely to commit suicide, which makes this a very real and serious issue. Medical Daily says that it's a health and science news organization found that 90% of American adults use a cell phone, which makes this problem relate to all of us, and it's a very serious one affecting the majority of our country. So some tips to fight this problem are to turn off your notifications and put your phone on Do Not Disturb during meals. Don't take your phone to the bathroom with you either, as this says. To prevent text neck, the neck problem that I mentioned earlier, always try to hold your phone at eye level instead of looking down at it to avoid stressing your cervical nerve and to prevent those issues as well. Another tip is to delete your social media apps. This is if you're really brave, because then you won't be tempted to go on them, you won't have the option to go on them. Also, to fight the problem right away, try putting your phone on Do Not Disturb for 30 minutes each day. Set the timer on your phone, turn up the volume, and then put it in a bag or in a drawer out of reach. And then try to do something in those 30 minutes to occupy your time. If you have a hobby, work on it then so that you actually enjoy the time without your cell phone, or go outside and take a walk. Over time, you'll find it much easier. And then when the timer goes off, you can take it out, but leave it in there for the full time and see how you feel. So we're all going to take the first step to fighting this problem right now. So take out your cell phones and put them on Do Not Disturb right now. And leave it there for the rest of the day, if possible, or at least the rest of this class period. I know we like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Trust me, I know I'm on my phone way too often than I should be. But this is a serious problem. It will affect your health physically, mentally, and socially. So work on fighting this problem.